Greetings, I am Arielle Dance, Spelman College, class of 2010. I'm also a graduate of Suffolk University where I got my master's degree in women's health. I just want to come to you briefly to talk about endometriosis, which is a disease that impacts millions of women worldwide, knows no boundaries by race, religion, or socioeconomic status, and pretty much has very painful impacts on women's lives. So I just kind of want to talk about how it impacts daily life, how it's diagnosed, and what can be done to treat it. I myself was diagnosed with endometriosis at 15 years old, and the way I found out I had endometriosis was through painful periods, which is really one of the top ways to be diagnosed. So vomiting, passing out, heavy flow, just anything that's abnormal. So any type of abnormal pain, pain in between periods, things of that sort are a big clue that something may be wrong. So endometriosis, what it technically means is every time you get your period, you bleed on the outside and the inside of your uterus. If you bleed on the inside of your uterus, that's normal because your blood will eventually escape. You get your period. But when you bleed on the outside of your uterus, it has nowhere to go, and it gets stuck and it clings to things, and these implants, they flame up every time you get your period, and they bleed and shed as well, but they're sticking to your rectum, your bladder, to your bowel, to anything. It can go in your lungs. It can be found in many different places in the body, and so that's why it's a concern, because having abnormal implants that flare up with estrogen is a really scary thing. And so a big treatment plan is usually birth control pills. That's usually the first way of treatment, birth control pills, because it helps balance out a lot of the hormones in the body. The only way to properly be diagnosed with endometriosis is through surgery, laparoscopy normally, to go through the stomach and the vagina in order to dissect and find out where the endometriosis is, clean it off. If you have a serious endometriosis specialist, they have a special procedure called excision, where they get deep into the tissue and try and remove it in order to avoid future surgeries and future growths. But oftentimes endometriosis will grow back because we continue to get our periods. So a lot of the treatment forms will require ovarian suppression, which is like shots, so Lupron shots, or Depo-Provera is often used, other types of scary drugs that I would not recommend for young women because it really does lower your bone density. But I've had it, so you know, it happens. You do what you have to do for your health. But they suppress your ovulation, and so it keeps you from producing the estrogen from the implants growing, but unfortunately the side effects of those drugs often outweighs the pain. So that's pretty much, so I just want to talk about the daily impact to your life. So if you can imagine the worst day of your period times about 10, 15, maybe 20, that's pretty much someone's life like mine on a daily basis. And so that can make it really hard to go to school, to go to work, to go on dates, to be intimate with someone. It makes it very difficult. A big part of endometriosis also is infertility, painful sexual intercourse, and so all those things can very much impact someone's life. If you can't be intimate with your partner and then you can't have children with your partner, those things can heavily impact someone's family and their relationships. So I have a lot more to say, but I can't say it all in this brief time. I'm sure I've gone over my time. So check out I have a YouTube channel. You can go to it. It's /hisprincess9, or follow me on Twitter at @a_healthy_dancer. Well, _healthy dancer. So talk to you guys soon, and hope all is well. Bye bye.